Hello. Let's start. Today we will be looking at the gradient tool and the type tool. Feel free to use my picture from PhotoPea to put into PhotoPea. All right, so I'm going to go to File, Open my picture. And then from here, I am going to lock my background, turn off visibility for it. You can right click and duplicate the layer, or you can do Control J. That's a quick way to do it. Make sure you can see that layer. And we are looking at the gradient tool. And there's a lot of different things that you can do with the gradient tool. The first thing you want to do is kind of just play around with it. Control Z to undo works really well. And so I want to try this rainbow one first. And we can start with the linear. Start with normal. Let's start with the opacity at probably about 50%. I'm going to do it all the way across this first one. It doesn't look bad, but let me try Control Z. And let's maybe make the opacity 10% and see what happens. All right, that looks more natural. I like that better. But what I want you to do is just play around with the different ones and see what you like. I'm going to try this black and white one. I'm going to try diamond, blend mode. Let's do a color burn. And let's try it. And let's make this all the way up to 74%. Let's try it. That looks pretty nice too. So play around with your gradient tool, your different modes that you can do. And then once you decide on something that you like, go ahead and lock that layer. And we're going to duplicate the layer again. And what we're going to do from here is use the type tool. So you're going to click on the type tool. I would like for you to type your name. And there's so many different fonts that you can use. You can also go to a free or a paid site and upload fonts to PhotoPea. So let me start with writing. It is very small. So let's go ahead and put it to about 300. Well, let's do 150 first. And you can change colors. There's a lot you can do. You can center it. You can move it. You can change whether your text is strong. With some of them, it depends on the font. You want to highlight it. And so you just want to play with the different ones. Let's see, I might change the font. Maybe this one. I kind of like that. More of a graffiti look. And then after you do your first text box for your first name, I would like for you to do another text box with your last name. So we're going to go back to text. We'll make another text box. And when you have two different text boxes, in order to move from one to the other, you have to just select the layer that you want. So if I want to type and edit Michelle, I just have to make sure that layer is selected. If I want to do my last name, I just have to make sure that layer is selected, and then we can play around with it. From there, you're going to save your file. But before you do that, you want to change the name. You can double click on the name, make the name of it your name, and then gradient tool. And then hit OK. And that is it. File, export as JPEG, save it, and you're done.